Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout London. Well, last time we made some progress on finding the 20 Pipsy pictures that we need for this one quest I put off till all too late. And in trying to find one picture, I actually found the way to get to the German submarine that has been sitting out here forever that we've seen off of London Bridge, but couldn't get to until, hey, here's this pathway that wasn't immediately obvious from above. But speaking of London Bridge, we are going to travel to London Bridge. There we go. Yeah, we're going to travel to London Bridge even though we need to get to the Upton Burke building, because the Upton Burke building is where you might recall there's a whole bunch of naval walkers just walking around. And when I tried fast traveling there forgetting that fact, my high luck was not enough to save me from 3 of them exploding right on me, one right after the other. So we're going to go to London Bridge and walk from a safe distance, because I already played through this off camera and make sure that this worked. And something funny might happen that will make the fight with the naval walkers a bit more amusing, although we will wind up in another fight completely, because you might remember one of the Jacktar ships is right on the south end of London Bridge. Well, as I was trying to take the...
Not quite the glow up we want, mate.
yeah, as I was trying to take the naval walkers off from a safe distance, the Jacktars ran in and wound up charging them and taking one of them out for me. And it appears that now we've got a radiation storm to boot. And I can't just sleep until it passes, can I? Well, I can, actually. Anyway, London Bridge has become a wee bit cramped with all of the different settlers, provisioners, merchants. And Trash Can Carla from Fallout 4 has apparently spawned here. And something killed Beefy. Not sure what, but dear Lord, I didn't see that before. Of course, I didn't come to try and pick, crops.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, it's not the most dignified burial, but ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And there's the U-boat. Anyway, yeah, we got Lucas Miller hanging out here. All of these provisioners just hanging out here. And, oh, I do need my gun, of course. Oh, and yeah, somehow the Jactars got turrets set up down here. And one of them nearly took out one of the provisioners. Actually, Jactars, yeah, they're over here too. Anyway, we can make out the naval walker from here. And trying to target body on this guy is really tricksy. It's worse than the lampreys. And yeah, sure enough, one of the Jactars ran in and...
We're getting on.
And now a bunch of them are running from the other ship. Oh, we got a lieutenant.
Shite bucket!
Getting our arses kicked. I will run you through the car.
Quiet! Someone doesn't know how. Sounds like someone knows we're here. Guess they cut their losses in there.
Never got to sail the horn.
And we're still facing danger, caution. Because the one staying on the ship can somehow sense us.
What the?
There's more eyes on us than an irradiated potato.
Still warning us to be cautious of something. But I think we've got enough,
Red alert.
inside there. Well, you know, let's not leave the job undone.
Enemy sighted.
Stay on your toes.
Get up here, you bilge rats. Yabs. All sails ahead.
How'd you get back there?
Certainly handle yourself.
Oh, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I think this one got stuck in the wall. Or wait, no, is he downstairs? Yeah, well, we're not going to mess with the submarine dock.
Only the rich care about antiques. The rest of us need something practical like.
Got turned around mentally for a second, but yes, our goal for this time is in fact right over here.
Going down.
False alarm. Standing down.
Going down.
Intruder. Identify yourself. Refrain from movement. Intruder detected. Kill. Your attempted escape is only making things worse for you. Please take cover until the danger has been.
Thought they'd never leave. That's over.
This is a lawful use of deadly force. Please direct complaints to your local law enforcement authorities.
Let's see, backup terminal, employee communications and correspondence backup archive, daily tasks, spam, understand your pain, password, request set. Let's see, subject, daily task. Here's some of your required daily tasks in research and development. 1. Conduct research on emerging technologies related to robotics. 2. Collaborate with engineering teams to design and develop new robotics products. 3. Test and evaluate prototypes of new robotic products to ensure they meet design specifications. 4. Analyze customer feedback and identify areas for improvement of existing products. 5. Work with manufacturing teams to streamline production processes and optimize efficiency. 6. Keep up to date with industry trends and market development. 7. Attend conferences, seminars, and training sessions to stay informed about the field. 8. Build and maintain relationships with industry expert vendors and suppliers. 9. Maintain project timelines and budgets to ensure successful product launches. 10. Collaborate with sales and marketing teams to develop strategies for promoting and selling. By carrying out these tasks, the research and development team can ensure that Upton Burke continues to innovate and develop high-quality robotic products to meet the needs of our customers, and the market. Okay? Dear valued customer, our Jimmy hats made from premium material, including latex and non-latex options for those with allergies. Signed. Okay. Da, 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 da. Hi, William. I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling overwhelmed by your job. It sounds like you're going through a lot of stress and frustration. It is important to take care of your mental and emotional health and to set boundaries to protect yourself from burnout. Have you considered speaking to a therapist or a counselor? They may be able to help you work through some of these feelings and to find ways to cope with the demands of your job. It's important to remember that you are not defined by your job and there are other aspects of your life that are just as important. Samantha, okay? Greetings, Samantha. Thank you so much for your kind words and support. It really means a lot to me. Sometimes it feels like no one understands how difficult my job is. Thank you for being there with me. Dear building manager, I'm writing to request a password reset for the door access system. Unfortunately, I seem to have forgotten the password for the door, and I'm able to gain entry to the building. I'd be grateful if you could provide me with a new password. Dear William, thank you for reaching out to me regarding your password reset request. I'd be happy to assist you. To verify your identity, please provide me with your full name, department, and any other relevant information to help me confirm your identity. Once I've verified your identity, I will send you a link to reset your password. My name is William. I work in RD&D department here and my employee ID is Indeed. Please let me know if you need further information. I apologize for the inconvenience and will prompt this. Temporary password has been set to 0123456789. Please change it as soon as possible.
Your cooperation is requested. Please clear the area until order has been restored.
Okay, let's check out communications terminal. Inbox regarding Vicky. She took the bait and sent the letter. She'll be our way soon, Benny. Kisses, Barb. Outbox. On the beauty of wheels. Dear members of the board, I came before you a humble engineer despite countless years attempting to develop robotic transportation systems that simulate our human legs. We have yet to completely develop a robot capable of using said legs without walking into a wall, off a cliff, or both at the same time. That's why I propose to switch to a wheel-based system for all further prototypes. I believe our mistake was looking toward humans for inspiration as opposed to machines, and the wheel is not the most elegant of machines. Did the wheel not give birth to all of human progress and civilization? Consider the wheel, members of the board, and how its beauty can in turn make our products more beautiful. Okay, simplicity of wheels. Raise take my reputation upon the idea that wheels need us more than we need them. Okay, then outbox. Legs predicament. Alexander, I understand you really want to get these products out before next fiscal quarter, but are you sure you need to replace all the robotics' legs with wheels? The Mind already has problems trying to walk from point A to point B, and replacing his legs with wheels will only make him more likely to break. Answer me. Vicky, these terminals are not designed for personal correspondence. I've said my part, and you should accept them with someone else now. Stop embarrassing yourself and move on. Don't make me call the police. And regarding Vicky, wonderful. During the Golden Bullion, my treat. And then the drafts. Oh, here's where we were before. Members of the board, we have conclusive evidence that switching all of our robotics products' legs for wheels will lead to a reduction of 66% in material construction costs. Additionally, wheels require less maintenance, and as a result, we will be able to have our maintenance crew without sacrificing our top-line customer service. P.S. Alexander, this is the no-frills version you asked for. I include your comment about having maintenance crews, which I say is still an awful idea. Don't say I didn't warn you. Huh.
Do not be alarmed. Law and order will be restored shortly.
Well, there's the language module we need. And nothing in here but a carrot and some soap.
Continued resistance is unlawful.
And here's an interesting little glitch. We can't climb up the ladder because, you know, it's insisting we're in danger from something, even though there's nothing attacking us. And the elevators aren't working at this level.
Law-abiding citizens, please leave the area.
But we got what we came for, so let's just head on out. And just hope that the naval walkers do not respawn the moment that we get out. And yeah, oh, the irony. The naval walkers, they have no trouble getting around on legs. Alright, so with that done, we can go ahead and fast travel back to the U-96. And with any luck, we can solve the language problem with the Kant the Bomb AI. Use an ammo station to make ammo. Well, no doy, right? A nice regular rain this time around. Alright, so, oh, and one thing we did not grab before. You collected a copy of Nuclear Submarine by Seth Bentos. And, you know, we didn't really look around here before. So since they did invite us to look around...
Look at all the beeps and boops. It's gotta be expensive.
Ah, Sie sind zurückgekommen. Bitte, meine Herren, lasst den Mann arbeiten. Können Sie ihn zum richtigen Anschluss bringen?
Of course, Emmanuel. He's keen for you to get started as soon as possible.
A please would not go amiss.
Bitte nutzen Sie ein paar Höflichkeiten.
It's really far easier if you just do what he says.
Oh,
If you
alright.
would like to follow me.
And follow Hans. Of course, Otto is coming with us too.
Okay. Now, if you can hand me the module, I can install it.
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay, Emmanuel. Can you say something?
Not what to say. Now, the thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind.
Excellent. Now we can all enjoy the fun.
Morality is not properly the doctrine of how we may make ourselves happy, but how we may make ourselves worthy of happiness. Do you have any questions for the great philosopher Immanuel Kant?
Okay, can you explain this horse head?
This is the unfortunate head of a horse that found its way down here inexplicably. Its tragic death caused my sibling to lose his mind. Tragic story, really.
Okay. Why do you think Hans and I are the only two crew members still alive?
You mustn't forget Helmut.
No, please don't forget Helmut.
Very simple. I noticed that in London, certain people, when exposed to just the right combination of radioactivity, were able to mutate sufficiently to extend their lifespans seemingly indefinitely. I found myself capable of replicating this effect by leaking my contemporaries' fissile matter in a controlled manner. Given their willingness to engage, I exposed the only crewmates who were worthy of participation at the meager cost of emasculating a vegetative bomb. After all, if he's going to insist on being catatonic, then no point in wasting good nuclear material, is there?
Are you fucking joking? It's because of him? Otto, calm yourself.
So, what is it that you want exactly?
It's all very simple. I merely wish to use my power for good. Do your duty, and let happen what may. You are secure of your own happiness, but not of happiness itself. Morality is not the doctrine of how we may make ourselves happy, but how we may make ourselves worthy of happiness. Therefore, I am obligated to carry out my sacred duty.
Alright, what is your sacred duty?
Well, I am a thermonuclear device. My duty is self-evident, is it not?
The justification of nuclear weapons is as a deterrent.
This is technically correct, but with one sizable caveat. You're assuming that our enemy is capable of retaliation. My many years of observation have led me to determine that while I cannot be certain of the nuclear capabilities of the British, what I am certain of is that they currently lack a unified, coherent command structure. However, this is changing, and forces are coalescing. Simply put, we may never find ourselves in such an advantageous strategic position as we currently are. It would be prudent to seize the initiative.
Translation, blow itself up. Yet, although I do have a solution here for hacker. So you say you're a philosopher. What does that mean exactly?
To question life's most fundamental questions is to be a philosopher. So, on a certain level, to live is to be a philosopher, is it not? Of course it is.
Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you some philosophical questions.
But of course.
Gott im Himmel.
Alright. What is the fundamental basis of morality?
Treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that of any other, in every case as an end withal, never as means only. We will now enumerate some duties, or rather, formulate them as a single duty of this kind. Man is to be always treated as an end in himself, and not merely as a means. Every rational being exists as an end in himself, and not merely as a means to be arbitrarily used by this or that will. Every rational being must so act as if he were, through his maxim, always a legislating member of the universal kingdom of ends. So, act as if you were, through your maxims, a law-making member of a kingdom of ends. The principle of all maxims of action must be that the subject of every action is to be regarded always as an end in himself.
Okay.
Do you understand? Or would you like me to explain more?
Think I've got it. Although, actually...
But of course,
Gott im Himmel.
treat human with so
No, please elaborate.
the categorical imperative is the central principle of my ethical philosophy. It states that we should always act in such a way that we treat humanity, whether in our own person or in the person of another, always as an end and never merely as a means. To understand this principle, we must first understand the nature of rational beings. We have the ability to make free and autonomous choices, and are capable of acting on our own moral principles.
Are we?
Because of this, we possess inherent worth and dignity, and must be treated as ends in ourselves. Treating someone merely as a means to an end, on the other hand, is to use them as a tool or object.
Looks like Hans is zoning out here.
Inherent dignity. The categorical imperative is a universal and objective ethical principle that applies to all rational beings, regardless of personal preferences or subjective desires. It is a principle that is rooted in reason, and is therefore applicable to all rational beings. By acting in accordance with this principle, we can ensure that we treat others with the respect and dignity they deserve, and that we act in a morally responsible manner.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Let me know. Helmut's notes. Just reading your biography. Claim you want to walk around Königsberg every day. When was the last time you did it? And there are a couple of options here. But it is possible to do this just by talking.
Gott im Himmel.
The concept of existence is not a predicate that can be added to a thing. When we say that something exists, we are not adding anything to our concept of that thing. Rather, we are affirming that the thing in question corresponds to a certain objective reality outside of our minds. Existence, therefore, is not a property of things in the same way that color or shape is. Rather, it is a condition of the possibility of the application of these properties to things. In other words, we can only ascribe properties to things if we assume that they exist in the first place. This means that existence is not something that can be proven or demonstrated through reason alone. It is an assumption that we make in order to engage engage in meaningful discourse about the world. Without this assumption, all of our concepts and categories would be meaningless. At the same time, the concept of existence has important limitations. It tells us nothing about the nature or properties of the things that exist. It only affirms that something corresponds to an objective reality outside our minds. Therefore, existence is a necessary condition for any meaningful discourse about the world. But it is not sufficient to provide us with a complete understanding of the nature of things. We must also engage in other forms of inquiry, such as empirical observation and logical deduction, in order to gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Do you understand? Or would you like me to explain more?
Well, I would like him to explain more, but this is getting far afield from the whole reason why we're having this conversation, and we're already well past the half-hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And next time we will continue with this conversation where I will literally let the robot bomb talk himself to death. Although the hacker notes options would be faster, but off camera I talked him into it without using those, and I want to see if I can do it again. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue the adventure and the philosophical discussion from here next time. Take care until then,